Hi everyone. A very good evening to all of you. Myself, Indrani Chatterjee. I'm an advocate parent of a young adult who is on the spectrum, an autism awareness ambassador, a self-motivated writer, and a trained singer. On behalf of Team The Spectrum Autism, I'm going to host the 78th session of Talk to the Expert series, Empowering Parents. The Spectrum Autism is a parent support group committee to create awareness about ASD and the role of community when it comes to supporting the families of children on the spectrum and other special needs. On the Spectrum Autism, the theme this year is empowering parents. All our projects and activities are around finding ways to empower our fellow parents. In today's Talk to the Expert series, we have among us our respected guest, Dr. Malay Kanti Dey, an atomic scientist and autism parent advocate, sharing his experience of raising the wondrous boy Aratrik. Aratrik has been ardently related with the book Talking Fingers that celebrates and embraces neurodiversity and all communication styles. The book features 16 non-speaking autistic individuals, their thoughts on various issues and subjects. Around 40% of autistic individuals are non-speaking. The world only began to understand that non-speaking doesn't equal non-thinking when some of them began communicating using alternating modes. Unfortunately, even this seems to get suppressed in the cacophony of voiceful population. The seed of this book, Talking Fingers, sprouted in the minds of two mothers of non-speaking autistic individuals. This is an initiative directly from their inner urge to propel to the forefront and to create a platform for the community of non-speaking autistic here in India. The contributors are all strong advocates for their community and cover a diverse age group. They are familiar names in autism community in India as bloggers, artists, writers, poets, advocates. The contributors range from emergent communicators to fluent ones, and through their writing, they further strengthen the fact that neurodiversity is just a difference in neurological functioning. Nothing more, nothing less. The book belongs to them, and they have poured their hearts through their creative fingers. Aratrik is a potential contributor to this book, The Talking Fingers. He is a young adult on the spectrum who loves to read, listen to English classical music, and loves to experiment with food. His expression in writing comes out in the form of poetry, and he loves to experience nature's serene beauty. He is a non-speaking autistic young adult and co-author of this book. Now I would like to thank today's 29th April observed as World Dance Day. We had a contest last week about what dance means to you. So we would like to thank all of the contestants who shared their video and their thoughts on dance forms. So with that, we begin today's session, and I would like to invite Dr. Malay Kanti Dey. Malay is working in the research department of atomic energy. He is an autism advocate and is father of Aratrik. So with a warm welcome, we invite Dr. Malay Kanti Dey to our session. Hi, Dr. Dey. Welcome to you to our session, Talk to the Expert series.
Hello, Indrani. Good evening. Hello, friends. Good evening. Many thanks for giving me the opportunity to participate in this discussion. I live in Chisura. It is in West Bengal. My son Aratrik is 21 years old. He is a young poet. Aratrik writes poems on hope and joy. Aratrik is on autism spectrum. He is non-speaking person. He communicates by typing. So I'm going to share our journey of raising Aratrik In this journey, actually, the captain is Aratrik's mother, Brutoti, and a lot of persons have been with Aratrik in this journey. Aratrik, uh, till the age of 1.5 years, he was just like a normally developing boy. He achieved all his developmental milestones on time. He started speaking a few meaningful words also. But at the age of 1.5 years, he started losing his words, and he started losing his as he started losing his words. He started being very anxious and nervous, and gradually he developed uh, many stereomotor behaviors like hand clapping, jumping, and looking at spinning fan, like that. And within a few weeks, he stopped speaking. So incidentally, Brotati was knowing about autism. So she talked to the pediatric doctor, and the doctor suggested to go to a local organization. Uh, so we went there, and they confirmed autism. And then we went to Nimhans at Bangalore, and there the formal diagnostics was done. So after we spent about 21 days in Nimhans, and we got the initial guidance, and they gave us a few books. So after coming back from Nimhans, we used to go to that organization. That organization was actually working on deaf and dumb persons and their educations. But at that time, they started a clinic service for autistic children. So Aratrik used to go to that clinic for 3 days a week. So there, the initial intervention started. Uh, but at the same time, Aratik was going to a local school, pre-primary school also with his uh, uh, caregiver, and we wanted that Aratik should have his peer group association and a sitting habit at somewhere with his other children, and learning by mingling with other children, like that. So he was going to a pre-primary school also. And the other things that we right from the beginning, we were very uh, keen about the socialization. So we tried to take him to all social events and all social places like playground, temple, market, marriage ceremony, marriage invitations, and all the places wherever we could take him, and wherever we got opportunity to take him. So socialization was a focus in our mind, because we believe that we human being are a social animal, and in our life, society means everything. Uh, so and we know that any type of disability actually comes uh, heavily on the socialization issue. That's why right from the beginning we focused on socialization of Aratrik. Then at the age of 4, Aratrik was sent for swimming, and it took 3 years, 3 long years to for him to learn swimming. Actually, Aratrik has neuromotor difficulties, gross motor problems, and fine motor problems. So he has difficulties. Even now, he has difficulties with with maneuvering his body. So all the neuromotor skills he acquired very with much difficulty. The like eating food with his fingers. Still, he has some problem, and he used to take food with spoons, and it took almost several years to hold for him to hold properly the spoon. So that was the beginning. And then at the age of 5, he was sent to a special school regular basis. The special school was not for not particularly for autism, but it was a general special school. They were working for all kind of so-called intellectual disabilities. Then, but the situation was such that we were not really satisfied. Rather we were very anxious about overall development of Aratrik. So Brototi started reading books. She uh, spent time for training of home tutors, and ultimately we started Aratrik's intervention and education in our home. Side by side, he used to go to the special school also. At the age of 9, something happened, and Aratrik refused to go to the school. And then he was. Then we are forced to make a formal setup in our home only. We founded one organization that is called Chinsura Sense Society. Brototi is Aratrik's mother. She is the founder secretary of that organization, and we started a formal school for autistic children. So this was the initial journey, and then actually we could not really understood. We could not understand the real problem of Aratrik. His real problem was actually with his body. So at the age of 9 or so, one occupational therapist of Calcutta, he diagnosed that Aratrik is having dyspraxia. The praxis is the coordinating between the motor planning and the execution of the actions. And there is the main problem of Aratrik. His motor planning issues were okay, but the execution part, he has problem. So once we realized that, then there was a drastic change of our all the intervention method also. So before that, we were focusing on the behavior issues, so-called behavior issues, and trying to train Aratrik such that he adopts the prevalent social behaviors and modifying the so-called unusual social behaviors. But after realizing the dyspraxia of Aratrik, our attitude was changed, and we focused on his uh, body more than his other intervention techniques. And then we actually, right from the beginning, Aratrik had very strong gestural communication. He used to communicate by gestures and by playing. He is a very fond of music. So right from the childhood, actually, he had a MP3 player, and he used to play different kinds of music, Rabindra Sangeet, Nazrul Giti, classical Bengali songs, and even Western songs, instrumentals, folk songs. So he used to play situation appropriate songs, and that the music is his strong point. And Brototi used to he applied this music to engage him in various activities, like activities of daily living, like brushing, taking bath, or any activities. Brototi used to use the music and songs, and Aratrik was motivated with this method actually.
Yeah,
Then,
I would like to know from you that beside music, how did Aratrik develop his passion for creative writing? How did you find out that?
yeah, uh, that came actually uh, not very not very means not very childhood, but it is a recent thing. Aratrik, right from the beginning, means from early childhood, we used picture cards, and we taught him Bengali and English language through picture cards. You know, and Brototi used something like rapid prompting method, open closed-ended questions on picture cards, and here one closed-ended question means the answer should be very specific and maybe in yes or no answers. So since very childhood, we used to show him the questions through picture cards, and he one picture card using the writing the uh, right answer and wrong answer, and he has to point out to the his answers. So by this method, he was introduced to language, and then gradually we changed to complete sentences written on the picture cards. So he used to communicate through sentences or through words uh, through picture cards. Like he could read right from the beginning. So he could read the calendars. He could read the many things through picture cards only, and he could reply also. But Aratrik had, as I said, that Aratrik has problem with fine motor activities. So he had no firm gripping of the tripod gripping of the pen was not proper. So he could not write independently. He had to we give support to hold the pen, and then he could write. And we were as usual, we were skeptic about that. So about that method, so we were always doubted that whether he is writing independently or we are helping. So it did not it did not work actually. So he kept on writing with pen, but it didn't progress much. It is actually, unfortunately, our skeptic mind that we doubted him, and he suffered for that. So because of that, we could not actually progress with his formal academic also in that method. But when in 2020, when this pandemic occurred and there was lockdown, so we were in house for most of the time. So we started that we should try some alternative method, and then we introduced him laptop, and he was trained to type single words, first alphabets and then single words. Uh, it was a challenging job for him, not actually intellectually, but due to his dyspraxic body. He has to pick up the proper alphabets on the keyboards and then type words, and his hand was not moving. He was doing many mistakes. So first one year or so, he just typed every day his name, his address, parents' name, phone number, like that, repeatedly. And you can imagine for one long year he just typed that only, and then his body got accustomed, and then he started typing. Even we didn't ask by him question, he was started typing in single word answers his own way. And then the first thing that we tried, that we asked him some questions on music, his favorite song, his favorite character, like that, and he answered. And once he answered in full sentence, then he didn't stop actually. So last, he is typing in full sentence since 2021 July or so. So that way. Mhm. So that way, actually, we progressed, and he got motivated, and he understood that typing is the way he can communicate himself.
Ashana, I would like to know, how did talking fingers happen? I mean, how did you come to know about talking fingers?
Yeah, actually, uh, uh, Aratrik, we maintained a Facebook profile for Aratrik earlier, even when he was not writing, and we used to post his activities, some pictures like that. But once he started writing, he himself said that he will uh, put his writings on Facebook. He doesn't do it himself. We do it, and he started writing poetry. We used to post it on the Facebook, and Chitra actually saw that those posts, and we knew Chitra earlier because we are in social role valorization network. So from there, Chitra proposed that she is editing one book. So if Aratrik joins there, happily Aratrik joined, and that is the way Talking Finger came as an opportunity to Aratrik.
So, like expressing, having the urge to express in a rhythmic pattern, in a pattern, it came, on his own. Like it was like within him itself that you discovered.
Uh, yes, within him itself, actually, his mother is a singer. She sings Rabindra Sangeet, and she writes poems also. And in our home, uh, uh, there is a culture. So right from the childhood, he is listening all those things from his mother, the songs, poetry, like that. So naturally, he got motivated from that. And the first sentence he talked to us is that he was excited at that time, and he said that I'm excited to let you know that I know. So it was a big thing, that, and the other thing is that he right from the beginning he said that I am very much concerned about. He used to say his mother that I am very much concerned about her prestige in the society. So he wants to uh, raise her name, something like that. So that's why I guess that motivation came of writing poetry came to him, and yeah, he has been writing poetry uh, as soon as he started communicating by typing. So it may be his inherent, the poetry and song may be his inherent quality
Yeah, from his mother.
from his mother, maybe.
Okay. Now, I would also like to know, how has life of your child and you changed following the talking fingers happening?
Okay, I can say this in
I mean, has it
Aratrik's word.
got any better recognition for Aratrik?
Yeah, Aratrik himself,
Aratrik become more popular after contributing to talking fingers.
right. And Aratrik says in his word, I will read just this book is like my channel to reach out to the outside world. People consider me intelligent in this context. Seeing this, I feel that I am getting freedom from prison. By reading this book, people can know my understanding on various issues. Knowledge is not the prerogative of only neurotypical people. So this is Aratrik's comment on this, how life has changed.
Okay.
Uh, we from internet we knew about the non-speaking autistic persons communicating by typing, but we never met such persons. So when Aratrik started communicating, we were really overwhelmed, and we were uh, actually feeling alone. I can't explain why, but we were feeling alone or something like that. So, but through talking finger, Chitra introduced to Padma, and gradually we were introduced to whole Talking Thing family, and then family members like you and Shivali, and now a lot of people who are with us. We got in locally also we got our all of our friends support. I can name uh, a few like Aratrik's English teacher Shubir Bhattacharya. He is a retired English teacher, our friend. He helped. He actually formally after Aratrik started communicating, he formally taught Aratrik the English grammar, the grammar of poetry, and many things, punctuations, and many things, philosophy, and whatever Aratik likes to learn from him, he is teaching like that. Uh,
It's wonderful
in
to know his version about talking fingers. It's really
I would
wonderful.
like to read Aratik's one of Aratik's poem in this context. Actually, Aratik is a nature lover also. As I said, that whatever was possible for us to we did for that for Aratrik, and outdoor activities. You know, I just forgot to mention one thing. Uh, After coming back from Bangalore, we approached to ASWB, Autism Society of West Bengal. Indrani Basu is the founder director there, and we went there. We thought that we will take Aratik to ASWB. Indrani actually suggested us that we should not ASW. We live in Chisura, and ASWB is in Calcutta, about 70 kilometers from our home. So Indranidhi said that you should not waste so much time on journey, and you do whatever you can in your house only, but do it with consistency, regularly, and you go in nature and do whatever you can in nature. So we took Aratik to morning walks, to trekking in the fields, paddy fields, mango orchards, and in the riverside. And Aratik, we found that Aratik is very much fond of nature. So every day we uh, go for morning walk in a playground very near to our place, just at the outskirts of the city. And Aratrik has written a poem on that. I would like to
Yeah.
read that poem. It is the name is
Love to listen.
title is Morning Walk. My rising obsession of yore. You know, Aratik uses some words very frequently. He uses yore for past, ongoing for present, and ultimate for future. So these words will come in his writings again and again. So morning walk. My rising obsession of yore in the morning walk calls me from southern side of the ground. Winnowing wind raises the cloud of dust. Yore calls from east. Wondering my place is where in it, inciting fear, I walk through the mist. Rising sun from the east dries wetness of the grass. Gorgeous sunbeam, treasure trove the flowers in the field. I go to the north, rawness of very nature unfolded during the joyous moment. I smell the grass, dewdrops kiss my feet. Looking upon utopia, my hearing sense airy sound. From the tomb, Yod speaks in hushed voice. I feel its presence in the ongoing. Going on the west, I see the busy town waking from its sleep. On my mind, orange colored sun seems like a UFO coming from another universe. My bygone days call me to meet. My emotions stirred, resonated with the hope of future, fading the worries and uncertainties. Innocence of morning exudes pleasure. So this is his expression of his love to nature.
Amazing, superb. He's a poet from within. I would really
Yeah,
love to say that. We really
yeah.
like his poem. Thank you for reciting that. Asha, I would
A-
like to move to the next
and
question.
Indrani, just I want to say that you talked about the changes in life. This is very important. You know, we know that uh, how we get the good things of life of society. We get the good things of society just by our roles in the society. And unfortunately, and it is practical, it is very true that the persons with disabilities and especially the non-speaking autistic persons, uh, our society uh, doesn't actually accept their social roles. And since they lack the social roles, they lack most of the good things in life. Uh,
True. Yeah.
After this is true, actually, but after this co-authorship of Talking Finger, you know, the author is a very important social role, and very few, even very few neurotypical people can be author. So, being having achieved this social role of co-authorship of a Talking Finger has really drastically changed the uh, everything of Aratrik's life. He got many good things of society, good things of social opportunities. He got tutors for formal education. Earlier, he got many special educators and so on. But now he has got many tutors. Many people are helping him, suggesting his curriculum. And he got many friends also. He got opportunity to go to many valued places. Uh, like he has, I would like to say that in last December he has attended a seminar, a conference of our SRV network at Chennai, and he participated in that conference, and he among all the participants he communicated, and you can guess that how a social role can change the life of people. So that is my addition to the uh, how his life has been changed.
That's wonderful. And now my next question to you would be, when a new parent is informed by the therapist that a child may never speak to communicate, what guidance do you recommend to them?
Uh, I would say that non-speaking after diagnosis, if somebody is diagnosed as non-speaking autistic, that is not the end actually. Uh, this I can say after experiencing the journey of Aratrik. You can guess that we started Aratrik's intervention and functional academic training uh, at 1 year 9 months age, and since then we have been trying with picture cards and many methods his education, and he started writing at the age of 20. So almost 18 long years we tried everything without losing hope. It is not very easy work. Many times we lost hope, uh, became frustrated, and then again started afresh. And so I would say that please do not lose hope. Keep faith on your child, and you don't know this sad diagnostic can be a, joyous experience also. We really cannot forget that moment when Aratrik first time said that I'm excited to let you know that I know. So before that, we were skeptic. That is true. That we never realized that Aratrik knows so many things because he didn't communicate. But at the same time, as a parent, we did not stop. We kept on trying everything what was possible. 18 long years. And now we realize that all those things actually worked. All those trainings actually worked. He, uh, we taught him language, English and Bengali, with picture cards at the means since he was 2 years old, and he types, and we know that he is very fluent in English and Bengali, and uh, very surprisingly he knows Hindi also, and Hindi he learned himself. That is strange, but he learned himself by watching TV, YouTube, and I don't know. He says that I learned things through YouTube. So I would suggest that please keep hope and do whatever is possible. Don't lose hope. So that will be our suggestion. And nowadays actually this alternative augmentative communication method is popular. uh, People are uh, trying to use all those methods, keyboard, letterboard, tab, like that, and people are trying to get out of that behavioral lens and see the autism issue from a different angle actually. So please try all those things. That would be our suggestion.
So, what are the major challenges you faced, and how did you overcome them when you're trying to help Aratrik?
Major challenge was only one challenge, that is to keep the consistency intact. That is the only one challenge, because you are not getting what you our expectations are always mounting, and the result outcome was never satisfactory. So to keep the consistency intact is was the major challenge. I don't think that any other challenges are really um, that much challenge actually. If we have hope, if we have will, then the ways are always there. So only keeping the consistency is the major challenge. As I see the whole thing.
Yeah, we need to have patience with them
Right, right.
and explore whatever they are interested in and helping them out with that. I
Yeah,
think that is very important.
yeah.
Not making us pursue what we think, but to help them pursue what they are interested in. That is also one of the major things that we need to accept and also to help them out with that.
Yes, yes. I would like to share Aratrik's own word, as you said, in uh, in Chennai. Actually, he was that in that conference. He was very much excited, and he was jumping in the conference hall also. And we are, I was trying to stop him and take him away. So he wrote, and I will just read what he wrote. He said that you are expecting me to behave good. You are expecting me to behave like a normal person. You are expecting me to get a hold over situation. You are expecting me to understand the unspoken language of you. What is important? Want me to be fulfilled as a person. Want me to be happy. So this says a lot of things.
Perfectly
What
said. Perfectly said by him.
Mhm.
So that is what we have to help them out with. to fulfill their dreams and also as a person.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what changes do you want to see in the society in terms of awareness and inclusion?
Uh, I think, you know, this changes means this intellectual disability is not new. It has been since ages, and it will be there. The society should change their attitude in the sense that we cannot just remove the difficulties what an autistic person faces due to his dyspraxia. Maybe there are a lot of issues which is entangled with autism. There are sensory processing disorder, then apraxia, like that, and you cannot remove all those issues. So there will be challenges with them, and there will be difficulties for them. The society has to accommodate them with all their differences, with all their challenges, and create appropriate situation that they can function. That is the change I would like to uh, make, if I can, in the society. And our effort has always been so. We never tried to suppress Aratrik. We never tried to uh, isolate him from our activities. Rather, many times we have become isolated from many social activities because we could not accommodate Aratrik in those social environments. But wherever what we went, and wherever whatever we do, we try to accommodate Aratik with his differences. Of course, we keep in mind his challenges, and we do proper arrangements for that. But we accommodate Aratik, and I would like to uh, uh, see those changes are happening in the society also. Society also takes care of them with all their differences and their challenges, and make appropriate situations to for their functioning.
Looking back on your journey with your child, is there anything you wish you had done different or anything you would want to change?
Definitely, uh, I would say that um, with the present knowledge, in the initial days, we followed the conventional methods where we used to see his these difficulties as behavioral problems, and we wanted to change those behaviors. We wanted to train him in proper so-called proper social behaviors, uh, but gradually we realized that it is not so. And so whatever programs we had taken in much late, we would like to see that we would like to, if I get another chance, then I would prefer to start all those programs which very early ages. Uh, not to, I would not like to change his behaviors, but rather I would like to arrange proper situations so that he can function with his difficulties. That will be the my uh, change, if I can at all.
So, that was really lovely to listen to the entire journey of Aratrik from you and how you have been helping him out throughout so that he can attain his goal. He can move to a level where he can express himself independently and let people know that he is also verbal but in a different way. Maybe his voice doesn't talk, but his fingers can talk better than that. So that was really wonderful. So
I would like to read one of Aratik's poem,
definitely,
uh,
definitely.
if time permits.
Yeah.
Poem of hope. Poems sometimes come out of the hope. My hope keeps me going. In the time of depression, it helps me to cope. I am the traveler on this earth. Someday I will stop. I earn my freedom by toiling. Someday I will get birth under the sky in different name. I don't know my home. I hope I will talk then. I will turn the prospect flame. So Aratik is very much hopeful. He is very much bold. Uh, he
That's the
he
positivity in him.
exactly. He says that all he wants is joy and wisdom, and he is very much hopeful. Whenever he becomes depressed, he just keeps on writing that joy is not coming, joy is not coming, like that.
That's
So
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 sweet.
so he has named himself as Joy Looker. he, so
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Day. So with this, we come to an
thank,
end of this session. It was an absolute
thank you,
pleasure talking to
thank
you
you,
and learning from you about the marvelous journey that you have covered so far with Aratrik, your talented boy, and Joy
thank you.
Lucas.
Joy Looker.
I wish him all luck and success in all his attempts for now and
Thank you,
also for future.
thank you, thank you.
Uh, so maybe in future also we would like to see you again in our sessions and talking more about Aratrik
Yeah,
as we gain
I
knowledge.
think Aratik himself will be attending such sessions someday.
I would also like to convey my thankfulness to my audience who have been such a great support to us and commenting on the session. We have been receiving some beautiful comments. So that was really very supportive. And thank you for supporting our drive. Uh, I would also like to say that April has been the Autism Awareness Month. We invite everyone to take pledge of inclusion and also to help us reach the target of 1 million. You just have to just have to take a video of yours saying that I pledge to be inclusive and accept the unique, and make a video and post it in our group. That would really help us to reach the goal. And May is for moms. There will be some activities, exciting activities in our group, so keep visiting our page and our group to learn about these activities. So with that, we come to an end of today's session. We had a wonderful session today, and I think we all have learned a lot from Aratrik's journey. And as Dr. Day has shared, so we must go by that, that we should never lose our hope and always give a sincere try to everything that is available within our capacity. And maybe we'll see a flower bloom to its full extent. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you so much, everyone.